Hello, I was in Wood for Sheep today and I picked up this little number. This is the Bird of Prey from Wizkids. This is their Heroclix line. Now they've revamped this entire line into the attack wing, and I think the attack wing overall is a lot better. I think it's a better game, and I think it just works better in most ways. The models are the same, so you're not really losing out on the models in any way. The one thing that I like about the new one, the attack wing, is that they're not randomized. You do get to buy what you want. This early Heroclix one was randomized. You buy a box and you don't know what you're getting. So I think that the way they're doing the whole game now is just it really is just a better way to doing it. But the one thing I will say that I like about this over the new attack wing is the stand. I really like the stand on this. It's much more sturdy. The other one is the same now as X-Wing, and it's a spike and you put the model on it, whereas this is a much bigger piece and it's fixed securely to the model. So I do prefer this. The model itself is quite detailed. It's quite nice. It's better than I thought it was going to be. It's the same model now if you get the attack wing one, so you're not losing out there. What I did do though is it's pretty clean at the start, and they look a little bit too clean and a little bit too plasticky. So I started off by giving it a coat of varnish and then some dry brushing and some washes just to try to dirty it up and give it some more definition, especially as it's got these wonderful wings which have all these patterns, etched into it, and you just don't see them as much if you don't give them a wash. So I actually picked this up for use in the Star Trek RPG. I'm not actually playing the board game that this is actually made for, but they're fantastic if you have the RPG and you need ships. These fill the requirement perfectly, and there's quite a lot now. They're up to 21 or 22 waves or something like this in the attack wing, so there's a lot of these ships available, and they're good fun. They look good, they're easy to work with, they're sturdy, and they'll take handling. And that's what you need if you're doing the RPG, because you're going to be, and the board game, because either way you're going to be moving them and touching them a lot. So they need to be able to just hold up to that, and they do that quite well. If you're going to repaint them, make sure you varnish them when you're done. You've got to try to give it some extra protection because it's going to be handled a lot. But the one good thing is you can touch it from the base a lot. You don't have to touch the actual model. And I think that they're about $14. These can be a bit more expensive, even though they're the same model. They're not in production now. Wizkids swapped from this Heroclix idea to their attack wing. Some of these ones can be quite expensive, but the same model is the model in the attack wing. I'm not even sure Wood for Sheep has any of these left. They do have quite a nice selection of the attack wings, and if you're looking for models to use in your Star Trek RPG, then yeah, totally have a look at these. They're not that expensive, they won't break your bank, and they're good fun. And even the RPG, it's been quite an interesting sort of journey. I've always enjoyed Trek, but I've never been what I would call a Trekkie. I've watched the movies, I've watched the TV shows, I enjoy it, I love sci-fi. Star Wars was always my main thing, but when the RPG came out, we did a Learn to Play at Wood for Sheep, where we just go over the rules. My daughter came and she loved it, and so we started a campaign there, and she's just totally fallen in love with Trek. That's been such a cool thing to watch, because I do like the message of Trek. It's about basically it's trying to get people to get along in a better, brighter future, and to have a teen sort of interested in that sort of ideal is fantastic. So I've really got on board with doing the Trek RPG, and to see her enjoy it as much as she does is fantastic. And yeah, these ships now have become an extension of that. So I've been cramming through Next Gen now, up to Season 2 at the moment, and it's been good fun. So yeah, if you're looking for ships for your Star Trek RPG, then I totally recommend the attack wing.